Okay, I have a little nugget of information to share. So, anybody that knows me knows that I'm a huge advocate for IPM, which is integrated pest management in the garden. So, instead of spraying chemicals or whatever, you just let the bugs do the work. You bring in the good bugs to combat the bad bugs or whatever ailment is happening in your garden, right? And so this is a really cool success story. And so I'm thrift shopping for little books, $1.99, dude. Audubon Society. It's just a little flower ID book, and they're great for I have kids that I'm trying to teach and stuff too, and so it's good for the trailer, good for hiking, camping, lightweight in the backpack. And so I'm cruising through, and I come across Klamath weed, and I'm like, what's that? I'm like, that kind of looks like St. John's wort, right? And so I go back, and I'm like, Hypericum perforatum? I think I pronounced that right. And that is St. John's wort. And so I kept reading, and I have to read this to you because this is exactly what I'm talking about. So, first discovered in the United States, not to mention that this is just really cool information. I mean, the more you know, right? Rainbow star. Okay. First discovered in the United States in 1793, this aggressive immigrant from Europe is called common St. John's wort in the East. I mean, not anymore. It's clearly called that on the West Coast now, too. This book was published 1986, third printing 1990. Anyway, it appeared near the Klamath River in Northern California, where I grew up, about 1900 and spread very rapidly. The plant causes ulcerating sores in livestock that eat it. By 1940, it had made 250,000 acres of rangeland worthless. So instead of spraying chemicals, in 1945, 2 beetles were introduced from Europe. One to feed on the roots of this species and the other on the foliage. The balance achieved is a success story of biological control. And then it just goes on with how to identify it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. We don't need to spray chemicals. We just need to use the bugs. Not to mention, how cool about St. John's wort? I didn't know some of that stuff. So, anyway, the more you know. Whoa.